settings.
I will argue that strobes are always stupid. Always. Streamlight, that one's for you. Stop putting it on everything you make. Strobes are stupid. Okay. Anyway.
That settles that forever.
So yeah, I'm never wrong. I'm never wrong.
We spent half of our lives in the darkness. Everybody mounts flashlights on their guns and carries flashlights. Our Gray Ops course is focused around the individual concealed carrier or law enforcement officer operating at night. We give you the skills to use those tools with your primary weapons. If you're looking for training to better your skills, come check us out at fieldcraftdefense.com.
I'm Chris with Jerry's Outdoor Sports, and I'm here with Billy of Fieldcraft Defense. When you approached me a couple of months ago, you approached me about an event called Goons Night Out, and we had not met up until that point. So why don't you go ahead and tell me a little bit about Fieldcraft Defense, like where it started and where it's headed.
Absolutely. So Fieldcraft Defense is a training company that I started back in 2016. And the whole idea was, from the skills that, me and our instructors have learned, we really wanted to impart that on the general public. We wanted to give this stuff back, and our promise is that we want to grow as students ourselves, as instructors, so we can deliver the best training possible. That's our main thing that we do. We offer classes from pistol to rifle to specifically red dot stuff now. We do a lot of night shooting, so our Gray Ops course has been really, really popular just to get people out on the range at night. So many people mount lights on their guns and carbines, but don't have a really working understanding of how these tools work and when to use them. So our thing with Gray Ops was to teach people, the individual concealed carrier and your average patrol officer, how to use these tools and use them more effectively. And that's kind of where the Goons Night Out event was born.
Okay, why don't you tell me more about the Gray Ops course, like how long it is, like what people can expect if they go out to Gray Ops?
Yeah, so the Gray Ops course is a one-day shooting course with pistol and white light. So again, it's focused around the individual concealed carrier or the patrol officer. Handheld lights and weapon mounted lights. So we start off shooting in the daylight, get people a good understanding of what we want to see as far as marksmanship. It's not a marksmanship heavy course, although we do expect a certain amount of marksmanship capability out of the students. And then when we move into that, that stand to time when we're getting that fading light and we go into scotopic shooting, what we're really focusing on is and relying on for our vision is our white light tools. So we start shooting with handheld lights, we get into weapon mounted lights, and then we end the night doing a lot of shooting with dynamic shooting drills using all the tools and all the techniques that we've showed throughout the class.
You used a word, scotopic. What is that?
So scotopic vision is basically like how we see at night. Now our vision, we see terrible at night. Human beings just do in general. So we need things like white lights to see at night. If you're, a military guy or in law enforcement, you've probably been told that, don't mess up your night vision with somebody flashing a light in your eyes because it takes 45 minutes to get dark adapted. That's true. It's different for everybody. We've kind of, we've done a lot of research on this and kind of seen how long it takes people to be dark adapted. But our vision, our scotopic vision is terrible. We have 2400 vision, which means like what you could see at 400 feet, now you could actually see at 20 feet. So it's terrible. Even if, during daylight hours, you have 20/20, your vision is absolutely terrible at night. So we use lights. We use lights for searching. We use them for communication. We use them for PID, and we use them for tactical reasons for shooting. We can do this with handheld lights and with weapon-mounted lights.
Okay. So probably one of the number one features I see coming out on almost every system right now, everybody's putting tritium vials into their sights. I have a very strong opinion on whether I think tritium is worth anything at all, but what do you think about that?
So that's interesting because, we've got a lot of guns here with red dots, and then we've got some over here with tritium sights. As we're moving to, shooting with red dots mainly, and also, a lot of people now aren't even putting backup sights on pistols anymore. Whereas you would see that like as a necessity on a carbine, like you got to have backup irons. Now, how many people put backup irons on their carbines when they have a red dot equipped? You're starting to see people lose, the backup iron sights on pistols now more. Having a tritium sight on a pistol can be good. I think it can be good. If you need to have a sighting solution, you need to be able to see it at night. But the problem is that that's a tritium sight that you're going to be able to see 3 dots. It's not projecting any light. So you have to have something to PID your target with. And the tritium sights are obviously not going to do that. Having a red dot sight on your gun equipped with a weapon mounted light is far more superior, I think, than just tritium sights.
Now, I believe weapon lights are a great system and absolutely necessary, but there is some discipline things that I see with even agency people that cause me a bit of pucker factor. That's when they start using their gun as their flashlight. Do you think that's just a training issue that really, really needs to be hammered in? Or do you think there's a use case where that's acceptable?
It's definitely a training issue. So there's different uses for white light. Now, when it's the white light that's attached to our gun, we can't use it for administrative reasons. That's why we carry, one of these. Having a handheld light on you is key. And really, there's no excuse why every concealed carrier or every law enforcement officer shouldn't be carrying a handheld light. Because just from what you said, if I drop my keys on the floor in the movie theater, I don't want to pull out my pistol to find it, right? But pulling out a white light, totally acceptable. Also having this as a control tool, I'll borrow this from Aaron Cowan, but carrying this in my hand like this when I'm walking in a transitional space from a movie theater to your car with your spouse or something like that, or just moving from one safe environment to the next, like from your place of business to your vehicle, having this in my hand, totally acceptable. But pulling my pistol out to use it, to find my way to where I'm going, you might get in trouble for doing that.
I think it's almost certain you're going to get in trouble for doing that. But yeah. So I'm a huge fan of Streamlight. I carry this little Streamlight stylus all the time, and I actually used to buy them by the dozens for the clinics that I ran because they were way better than the much more expensive ones that I could get from medical supply companies. But you've got bigger ones there. Give me your top 3 administrative lights.
So as far as administrative, some of these lights like this HRT Tactical light, it's awesome. HRT Tactical Gear, awesome company. We're good friends with them. This thing is going to put out a whole heck of a lot of lumens and Candela. Now, for administrative stuff, maybe not the best option, but for a tactical use, this is a 100% control tool. If I put this in your face, even in the daylight, all you're going to see is the sun for like the next 20 or 30 minutes, right? Once I pull it off of your face. I really, really like the Streamlight products. This is a Streamlight Micro Stream. It's great. This is the 500 lumen version. Again, when I tell people that there's no excuse why you shouldn't carry a white light on you is because look how small this thing is. You can clip it on your pocket. You could just put it in your pocket. The one that you have there, that's the Micro Stream. So Streamlight Micro Stream, 250 lumens, and a great tool as well. USB chargeable. This is the 500 lumen version, but again, for something like this, administrative use, it's a great, great option to have on you. Can you use it in a tactical sense? A little bit. You can use it for PID a little bit, but when you don't have that horsepower of higher lumens and Candela, you're not going to be able to use it at distance. Is it something that can be kind of bridging that gap? I think you need something with a little bit more power to when it comes to tactical use. But again, it's a great option for everyday carry.
Okay. Real quick, explain to me the difference between Candela and lumens.
If you ask 100 people that question, you're going to get 500 different answers. So
that's what I call a bar fight question.
Yeah.
Like
this is like the 9mm and the 45 question. Yeah. So I'll tread lightly on this, but what I'll say is lumens is intensity right there, at the bezel. So you'll have a high amount of intensity at the bezel. And also within lumens, I've found that not all lumens are created equally. You know what I mean? If you go and get, the mod light behind me, 650 lumens versus, the 650 lumen, flashlight at Walmart, you'll notice that the quality of lumens is much, much better with, something like the mod light behind me. And that thing's pushing out 58,000 Candela. So really, Candela is your ability to push through photonic barriers and really let that light give you a lot of distance and range. Whereas lumens are going to do that as well, but it's more intensity right there at the light, at the beam. So that's kind of my way of tiptoeing around the question, because I'm sure we're going to have our white light nerds just tear me up on that one.
Oh, there will always be comments like that on videos like this. So, okay, let's shift gears away from lights a little bit to other low light, no light accessories. Visible lasers and IR lasers. Your thoughts on those?
So with night vision, IR lasers are, you have to have it. It's like when people get into night vision, the second thing you should be thinking of is what IR laser and illuminator do I need? Do I want to get? And a lot of different options out there. So I'll start from top to bottom. You know what I mean? IR lasers, IR illuminators, essential for night vision. If you have night vision is really, just amplifying existing light, as many of you know. So you need IR light to actually get more light into the night vision, so you can, see what's downrange, identify threats, and be able to operate in those environments. So great IR capability, to enhance your night vision is essential. Having an IR laser as a pointer, as an aimer on your gun is great. I don't like them on pistols. Maybe some people have different opinions on that. I just don't like them too much on pistols because of more of a switchology type thing. And this is kind of my deal with weapon mounted lights and strobes too. Strobes are great. Lasers on pistols are great. They work really good. Again, they're keeping you threat focused, which is how we shoot now. But my problem is that, if I want white light, I have it on one switch. And then all of a sudden I want the laser too. And I got to do some, 3 clicks on one. Maybe I'm not smart enough, but I want to keep it really, really simple and standard across platforms. So when it comes to, lasers on guns, again, I think they're okay. I think they're good, but the switchology gets a little bit weird with them. Same thing with strobes. Good, but the switchology gets a little bit weird. Sometimes you just need the white light, right? Other times a strobe might be great, but again, sometimes you just need the white light. And how do you switch back and forth between those settings?
Yeah. I will argue that strobes are always stupid. Always. Streamlight, that one's for you. Stop putting it on everything you make. Strobes are stupid. Okay. Anyway.
That settles that forever. So
yeah, I'm never wrong. I'm never wrong.
Now, Viz lasers. Viz lasers on carbines, I think, are really, really good. On the Maul right here, the Maul has a really good, powerful visible laser, and it actually works really, really good. Especially when you're shooting from cover and concealment, shooting from barricades. You can find that a visible laser can be really, really helpful for you shooting at night. So I think that they're fast. I think that they work well. What you'll notice though is, there's always going to be some, drawbacks to everything. So, people think, oh, I found a great system. Well, you got to look at the drawbacks to them. When you start shooting a carbine and you get that smoke puff in front of you and you fire that visible laser, well, now you have a nebula that you just lit up in front of you. And then the laser is not working anymore. So then when you have to rely to, shooting from your red dot, shooting with your red dot. So having multiple systems is key. You'll never rely on one. Having that redundancy is key with any system, I think.
Okay. So we've been talking about tools for low light, no light. Go ahead and give me the elevator pitch on Goons Night Out.
Yeah, so I don't think anybody's doing anything like Goons Night Out on the western slope of Colorado. That's why we're really, really excited. We have some friends on the eastern side of the state that have some similar events, and we're great friends with HRT Tactical. And if you have not gone to their Night Out Summit, it's a fantastic 4 days, 3 or 4 days, or however long their Night Out Summit is this year. But Green Line Tactical is really kind of the name in night vision shooting. If you're into night vision shooting, you've probably heard of them. Now they have a really fun event too, where you go and you train from different instructors, and it's a structured training course. So Goons Night Out is a unique event into where people can kind of dip their toe into the training world. People that maybe have never taken a formal training class before, a formal 8 hours or a 16-hour training class before, you can come to this event, Goons Night Out, and you can take a 2-hour small training block of pistol craft, and then jump over afterwards with your buddy to a 2-hour block of training of rifle craft. And then you can jump over to a 2-hour block of gray ops, and then another small training block of night vision shooting. So dipping your toe into the training world is great for people that have not done that before, don't know what to expect, and maybe don't have all the gear and equipment figured out. This is going to be a great way for people to do that. In addition to that, we're going to have vendors with the latest gear and equipment out there showing that off, so people can use that and also see what's going to work best for them and for their equipment. Also, if people are really good and they're having a great time, we're going to have competitions so people can shoot these competitions, and we've got a wide range of prizes. We've got thousands of dollars in prizes now that have been donated from our sponsors, so we're really excited for that, and I can go over those as well. But we'll have a lot of prizes for people. We'll have raffles. We'll have a food truck out there. So it's going to be a great event. It's going to be, not a fully structured training event, much more loose and what's the word I'm looking for?
Casual.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, much more casual. So it's going to be an event that's not super structured in training, but more casual, to where you can take a class here, take a small class there, do a competition, check out gear, check out equipment, talk to vendors about their products, and grab a taco as well.
Okay. A little of advice: lead with the food truck. So for folks who do not have night vision, like, I've got student loans. I don't have night vision. I made a choice in my life there, right? Are there going to be demo units that they can use, or?
Yeah. First word on night vision: get night vision. Stop being poor.
I am working on it really hard. Okay.
We will have demo units. Yeah. If you haven't looked through night vision, it's phenomenal. And some people have never even looked through night vision and seen what it looks like, so they just don't know what it's about. And I'm sure you knew, like, the first time you put on night vision, I think I was sitting in a foxhole with a PVS-7. The first time I put it on, I was like, oh my goodness. And I know I'm supposed to be looking at the wire, but I'm just like looking up at the sky. So phenomenal capability. The night vision that we have now is far beyond the PVS-7s of woodland camo. That's kind of my area, just dating me. But what we have now is incredible. So we will have night vision for people to look through, for people to demo, and also the lasers and the IR capability that people can see as well.
Yeah. I remember the first time I ever put on a pair of AMV PVS-7s. I went and walked through a field and fell face first on them because it was so disorienting. And I get up and I'm worried that I'm going to be in trouble because I tried to break these things. No, my drill instructor was more worried that I had a concussion. They were fine, but yeah. So when I finally moved to the AMPVS 14s, the capability change was dramatic, just in light amplification.
Yes.
So, and we've even moved farther than that, because last time I wore a set of those is close to 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So
exactly. Yeah. The capability has come so far with night vision, and we're seeing really cool stuff now in the industry with hybrid kind of blended thermal plus night vision with the E-Cody systems that some people have, and you really want to throw up at price. Look at some of that stuff. But no, night vision is great. Typically what people will do is start off with a PVS 14. And kind of graduate from there, get another one, and then maybe go to a binocular unit. But no, it's definitely something that it's not cheap to get into, and you kind of want to buy once, cry once with everything that is, encompassed in shooting and marksmanship. That's kind of the rule.
Okay. So for the folks out there who want to take one of your classes or go to Goons Night Out, how are they going to find you? What's the best way to track you down?
Best way to find us is at fieldcraftdefense.com. Go to the website, sign up there, and there's 3 levels of entry into Goons Night Out. You can come just as a spectator. So we wanted it to open it up to people that just wanted to participate as a spectator, come and check out all the equipment, maybe look at, talk with the vendors, walk around, lead with the food truck. So go and get some chow from the food truck and just kind of experience what the night shooting world kind of looks like, and to check out all the cool guns and gear. The second way to participate would be to come in as a participant, where you can actually jump into the training courses. This would really be a good idea for someone who loves to train, or maybe somebody that hasn't even trained before but wants to jump into those training courses with our instructors. We'll have 4 different courses that people can take so they can move from one to the next and kind of leapfrog these different training courses throughout the night, which will be a lot of fun for people. And then the last way that people can participate is all access, where you can come, you can take advantage of everything that we have to offer at Goons Night Out, and get a chance to compete for some awesome prizes that we have.
Okay, cool. Okay, so here we've got some of the prizes that are going to be available there. This is just some of them. Go ahead and walk me through what people have a chance to get here.
Absolutely. So we're going to have a raffle and some competitions, and you'll have a chance to win these prizes. First of all, from PowerTac, a couple different lights from PowerTac. We've got a Holosun Ames. 100 Concepts has donated a bunch of their light caps and kill flashes for the competition. Blue Alpha Gear is going to be donating one of their light belt systems, which is my favorite. This is the one I run. You're not getting mine, with my old man Camo.
Come on, dude. That was the first camo I ran. So that was peak tactical back in the day.
It's God's camo. Everybody knows that. So you will get a chance to win a Blue Alpha Gear light belt system. Also, HRT Tactical is giving us some lights to give away. They're awesome handheld and weapon mounted lights. Nocturne Industries is donating some product for us as well for the giveaway. And I know I'm forgetting somebody, and I'm going to feel really, really bad, but lots of great companies. Oh, Cobalt Kinetics is going to be out there. Aaron with Cobalt is a good friend. He's going to be out there at the event with his incredible rifles for people to demo. And I don't know, maybe he'll give one away. We'll see.
It sounds like he has to now. And then Aero Precision showed up pretty hard too, didn't they?
Yep, you just reminded me. So Aero Precision sent a awesome builder set for a brand new M5 with their camo of the month. So that is pretty cool, and somebody is going to win this, or maybe I'll just keep it. I don't know. What do you think?
Man, I'm selfish, so just keep it.
We will have this available for somebody to win. I think that should be kind of like a grand prize type thing.
Yeah, that's the right thing to do.
I guess.
Okay. So with all the prizes we're getting, it seems like everybody has a really good chance of walking home with something other than some great memories.
Absolutely, yeah. I think so. Our instructors are working on some awesome competitions. It's going to be like a steel challenge style competition shooting. I've had a lot of questions where people are like, hey, with regards to the competition, I mean, is it best to shoot them with a rifle or a pistol or with night vision? The answer is yes to everything. You know, we're going to have a competition for pistol shooting on steel. We'll have one for carbine on steel. And AK guys, yeah, you can bring your AKs. People can use white light in the competition, or you can use night vision. However you want to do it, you don't have an advantage either way with white light or night vision. So anything goes for the competition. Just be fast and accurate. Simple.
And safe. I think I have to put that in there.
That's a great point. It will be a very, very safe environment. We're going to have a lot of range officers walking around. We're going to run a cold line on all the ranges, on the demo lines. So safety is going to be of paramount to us.
Okay. Yeah, because every time you turn the lights out, everything just gets a little bit more difficult in all matters in life.
Exactly. Yeah. And the number one rule is don't do stupid things with guns.